When we look at the world around us, we see limits everywhere. The body grows old, the day turns to night, and all things eventually come to an end. This is the nature of our existence. Everything appears to be bound by time and space. But is there something beyond these limits? Something that does not change, does not end? In Buddhism, we speak of the infinite source. It is not a place or a person, but the truth that goes beyond form, beyond time. Some may call it emptiness, some may call it the eternal mind, and others may simply feel it as deep peace. Whatever name we give it, the infinite is always present, always here. Imagine the sky above you. Clouds come and go, storms rise and fall, but the sky itself remains. It does not fight against the clouds, nor does it hold on to the sunlight. It simply allows everything to appear and disappear within it. In the same way, our thoughts and feelings change from moment to moment. But there is something within us that remains still and untouched. Most of us spend our lives focused on the clouds, the things that change, the problems that arise, the joys that pass. We chase after happiness, afraid that it will slip away, and we fear sadness, hoping to push it aside. But what if we turned our attention to the sky itself? What if, instead of struggling with each passing cloud, we simply rested in the space that holds them all? This is the beginning of understanding the infinite. It is not something outside of us. It is not a secret that only a few can know. It is already here, in this very moment. But to see it, we must first learn to stop chasing the changing forms of life. Buddhism teaches us to observe without attachment, to see clearly without clinging. When we let go of the need to control, to hold, to resist, we begin to feel something deeper, an openness, a stillness, a presence that does not fade. If you take a deep breath right now and simply listen, you may sense it. The space between your thoughts, the quiet that exists, even in the middle of noise. This is the infinite source. It is not far away. It has never been separate from you. To truly experience the infinite, we must learn to quiet the mind. The world around us is full of noise, thoughts, worries, desires, and distractions pulling us in many directions. But just as a still pond reflects the moon clearly, a quiet mind allows us to see the truth beyond form and change. One of the simplest ways to begin is through meditation. Many people think meditation is about stopping thoughts or forcing the mind to be empty, but that is not the case. Meditation is simply the practice of noticing, becoming aware of what is happening in the present moment without trying to change it. When we sit quietly and watch our breath, we are not trying to achieve anything. We are just being with what is. Try this now. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air entering your body, filling your lungs. Then, gently let it go. Do this again. As you breathe, notice the space between breaths, the small pause before the next inhale. That space is always there, yet we rarely pay attention to it. In the same way, the infinite is always present, but we must learn to notice it. Another way to connect with the infinite is through awareness in daily life. You do not need to sit in meditation for hours to experience peace. Simply paying attention to small moments can bring deep clarity. When you drink a cup of tea, truly taste it. Feel the warmth in your hands. Notice how the steam rises. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. Listen to the sounds around you without labeling them as good or bad. Each moment is an entryway to something greater. But too often, we are lost in thoughts about the past or future, missing what is right in front of us. The more we return to the present, the more we realize that we are already connected to the infinite source. It has never been separate from us. We only need to shift our awareness. Some may wonder, if the infinite is always present, why do I not feel it? The reason is simple. We are caught in the habit of chasing. We chase after comfort, after answers, after some great experience that will bring us lasting peace. But the more we chase, the further away peace seems. True, understanding comes when we stop running and allow ourselves to be still. In this stillness, something remarkable happens. The need to control fades. The worries that seemed so important lose their weight. A quiet knowing arises, not from the mind, but from something deeper. This is the beginning of true freedom. Understanding the infinite is not just about moments of stillness or deep meditation. It is about how we live every day. If we only seek peace in quiet places, but forget it in the middle of life's challenges, then our understanding is incomplete. True wisdom is not something separate from daily life. It is woven into every breath, every step, every word we speak. Think of a river. It does not resist the rocks in its path, nor does it stop when obstacles appear. It simply flows, adjusting as needed, always moving forward. In the same way, when we live with awareness of the infinite, we stop resisting the natural flow of life. We understand that everything, whether joyful or painful, is part of a greater movement. One that is beyond our small sense of self. This does not mean we become passive. Living with the infinite does not mean ignoring suffering or avoiding action. Rather, it means acting from a place of deep understanding. When we no longer see ourselves as separate, we naturally become more compassionate. We listen more deeply. We respond to life with wisdom, rather than reacting out of fear or habit. For example, when someone speaks harshly to you, how do you respond? If you see yourself only as an individual, you may feel attacked, and anger may arise. But if you recognize that both you and this person are part of the same infinite flow, you will see their words differently. Perhaps they are suffering. Perhaps their anger is not truly about you, but about their own pain. From this perspective, you may still feel hurt, but you will not be controlled by it. Instead of reacting with anger, you might respond with kindness, or at least with understanding. Every action we take can either deepen our connection with the infinite or strengthen the illusion of separation. When we hold on to anger, fear, or greed, we reinforce the idea that we are small and alone. But when we practice generosity, patience, and mindfulness, we align ourselves with something greater. This does not mean we must be perfect. Mistakes will happen. We will forget. We will fall into old habits. But each moment is a chance to return. The infinite is always here, waiting for us to notice. Even in the most ordinary moments, washing dishes, feeling the warmth of the sun, listening to the laughter of a child, we can remember. The more we live in awareness of the infinite, the lighter life becomes. We stop grasping so tightly, stop fearing change so much. We learn to trust the natural unfolding of things, and in that trust, we find freedom. There is nothing you need to do to reach the infinite. It is not a goal to achieve or a secret to uncover. It is already here, in this very breath, in the quiet space between your thoughts, in the simple awareness of being. Sometimes life feels heavy. We carry worries about the future, regrets about the past. We search for meaning, for purpose, for something that will bring lasting peace. But the more we search outside ourselves, the further we seem to drift from what we seek. What if, just for a moment, you let go? Let go of the need to figure everything out. Let go of the idea that you must be different from who you are right now. Let go of the belief that peace is somewhere else, waiting for you to find it. The infinite has never been separate from you. It is the quiet presence behind every experience. It is in the stillness of the morning and the laughter of a friend. It is in the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the rhythm of your own heart. No matter what happens in life, this presence remains, unchanging, open, vast. If these words have resonated with you, I am grateful. And if you have taken the time to listen, to reflect, or simply to be here in this moment, I thank you. Your presence, your attention, is valuable. I also wish to express my deep appreciation to those who support this channel through your kind comments, your engagement, and your generosity. Whether through a simple like, a subscription, or a super thanks, your support allows these teachings to reach more people. It is a reminder that even in this digital space, we are connected. May you carry this gentle awareness with you. May you find peace in the ordinary moments. And may you always remember, there is nothing you need to chase. The infinite is already here.